Do they make me feel positive when I'm around them? Are they enthusiastic about my ideas? Do they instill confidence in me and build me up? And actually, here's a really good one. Do they focus on all the negative and what is going wrong in the world instead of what is actually going right? Hey there, and welcome to my channel. Now, today I want to share with you 6 easy and also quite fun ways of building your self-esteem. But first, why would you want to build your self-esteem? Because the level of your self-esteem actually determines not only your level of satisfaction with life, but also the level of experience that you have in it. And it's through experiences that we grow and evolve and find the most joy in life. Now, low self-esteem could show up in many ways, such as fear of being judged or ridiculed by others, or fear of failing and therefore not trying new things. And it can cause constant negative chatter going on in your head, which makes you feel anxious and down. Or it can give you the feeling of being unworthy or undeserving of good things. And it can easily cause low levels of motivation in all areas of your life, which we don't want. Now, low self-esteem can have you constantly comparing yourself and your abilities to other people, and it will also stop you living your life to the fullest because you're not seeking out new opportunities or even allowing yourself to meet and connect with new people. People with high self-esteem, on the other hand, they have the confidence to go after their dreams and to pursue their goals. And they are just eager to experience all that life has to offer. And as a result, they are motivated and energized, and they're enjoyable to be around, and they attract opportunities that allow them to move forward and excel in life. So how can you work on your self-esteem and just grab more of the good stuff? Firstly, first and foremost, spend some more time with yourself. You can't build a healthy relationship with yourself if you're constantly distracting or running away from yourself. And now this may seem like an odd statement, but when was the last time that you were able to sit calmly and quietly and not feel like you need to be doing something or speaking to someone or making plans to do something or making plans to see someone? The world is busy and we've got so used to distracting ourselves. So sitting with yourself may feel pretty uncomfortable to do at first, unbearable maybe. But by not spending time alone with yourself and giving yourself the undivided attention that you truly deserve, you are communicating to yourself that other things and other people are more important than you are. And that is not the message you want to be sending to yourself. Your relationship with yourself is the longest relationship that you will ever have in your life, so invest in it. It's not selfish, it's showing yourself respect. And the more you listen and tune into yourself, then the more you will build your self-esteem and confidence. And then you understand your needs so that you can actually meet them. Because meeting your needs is extremely important in building your self-esteem as well as your confidence. So make sure that you are spending time each and every single day allowing yourself to process your thoughts and your feelings and just accept however or whatever you are feeling. This won't happen on its own, so you have to book it into your schedule each day. And you can start with just 5 minutes of check-ins once or twice a day, and then build it up to longer and more frequent. And you'll find over time that you'll feel much more at ease and comfortable with yourself. And this will keep you calmer, it'll keep anxiety levels at bay, and it will keep your self-esteem levels on the rise. Secondly, challenge yourself. Okay, now I am a huge fan of challenges. And they don't have to be big ones. Because when we challenge ourselves, if only a little, we move outside of our comfort zone and we grow. I would always suggest starting out with little challenges, such as getting up 30 minutes earlier, or maybe adding an extra 15 minutes of exercise in a day, or even saying hi to a stranger on the street for a day for a whole week. And they can be totally random, but just something that you don't normally do. Because every time you complete a challenge you've set yourself, then you push yourself outside of your comfort zone. And by doing so, You prove your capabilities to yourself, and this builds your confidence in yourself and your abilities, which ultimately increases your self-esteem. And this brings me nicely onto the next one, which is celebrating your wins. It can be so easy to rush through life not noticing the progress that we are making. However small or insignificant you feel something is, it's so important to recognize every achievement you make, be it in your work or personal life, and mark that occasion somehow in order to log it in as a success and allow it to build your self-esteem. And you can celebrate your wins in many ways, perhaps sharing it with a friend or family member, or doing something nice for yourself, like whatever that looks like for you. Personally, my go-to would probably be celebrating with some champagne or treating myself to some new clothes, or even organizing a celebratory outing somewhere or a little mini break. And sometimes it can just be a long soak in the bubble bath with candles and music. It really doesn't matter how you celebrate, but doing something different or out of the ordinary to mark the occasion really solidifies the success and logs the accomplishment into your subconscious. And that is what builds your self-esteem and confidence in yourself. Okay, now this one is something I would highly recommend you doing sooner rather than later. And it's not the easiest one to face, but it is really necessary. And it's auditing your social circle. Other people have a huge impact on you. They influence the way you think, they influence the beliefs that you have and you adopt. And even on a subconscious level, you will emanate their behaviors, which is why it's so important to be mindful of the company that you are keeping and be aware as to whether it's supporting you or not. Now, it doesn't matter how much work you do on yourself. If you keep placing yourself in an unsupportive or toxic environment with people that either do not have your best interests at heart, or perhaps they themselves struggle to feel motivated or find belief in their own abilities, well, you will simply undo all of your efforts. So have a real good think about who you spend the most time with and ask yourself, do they make me feel positive when I'm around them? Are they enthusiastic about my ideas? Do they instill confidence in me and build me up? And actually, here's a really good one. Do they focus on all the negative and what is going wrong in the world instead of what is actually going right? Look, if you can't eliminate negative people or people that don't lift you up out of your life, then you really want to limit the time you spend with them, and you want to be spending more time with people that inspire you and lift you up. And if you don't already know these kinds of people, then I am sending you on a mission right now to find them and schedule time with them each week, ideally daily. Get around them and absorb their energy. Allow them to lift you up, to build your self-worth and to motivate you. So have a good think about this one and, brainstorm some ways that you can meet some new amazing people to raise your spirits and support you in building your own self-esteem. Now, the next one is reading autobiographies. Because reading autobiographies of people who have got to where you want to go is actually a great tool for building confidence in yourself. If we are trying to get from A to B, but have never done the journey before, then we need a map. We can't get there without one. And when it comes to yourself and your goals and your aspirations, your map is other people who have already done the journey. Now, reading people's autobiographies allows your brain to understand how it would be possible for you to get there via them sharing their personal journey. And so by hearing, reading, or seeing their journey, you are then able to actually visualize how it would be possible for you. So if you are doubting your capabilities, then look for someone who has what you want and go and research how they got there. And finally, we come to social media. Now, I personally have a love-hate relationship with it. The good side is that it can keep us easily connected with one another, and it allows businesses to market themselves, and I use it myself for that reason. And it also allows their clients or customers to get to know them better. And people also share some great tools and resources on social media platforms, which we can learn from and we can better ourselves with. However, it also draws us into this game of comparison, whether that's in business or career accolades, or with body image and personal appearance, or sometimes even just lifestyles and whole life paths. So be aware. Social media is a marketer's playground, and a marketer's job is to make you feel lack in order to coerce you into a purchase. And they've gotten very clever with it, with the rise of influencer marketing and the advance in technology. So just be mindful of this. With personal accounts even, remember that you are also viewing everyone's highlight reel and perfectly cropped photos. It's not real life. And I would highly recommend that you limit your time spent on social media platforms as much as possible. It is designed to be addictive and can be highly distracting, not to mention really detrimental to your mental health if you fall into this comparison game on a daily basis. There are some things that can support you if you are going to be spending a lot of time on these platforms. So when you're on the platforms, just ensure that you are following people and brands that make you feel good and not like you're missing something. And just be mindful of how many unrealistic photos you are actually viewing of people and lifestyles that are simply not real and certainly not attainable. You want to keep yourself grounded in the real world with realistic expectations and not feel disheartened or demotivated by all these unobtainable standards. That does your self-esteem no good whatsoever. You are you, and your uniqueness is what makes you very, very special. So capitalize on it. Don't try and blend in or lose yourself. It lowers your value and self-esteem when you do. So there you have it. Those are my top 6 tips for building your self-esteem. Now, don't try to tackle everything at once. Aim for building positive things into your days and at a steady and sustainable pace, because steady and sustainable in itself provides security, and security builds confidence. Your levels of self-esteem will begin to rise as you accomplish more things and learn more of what makes you feel good by tuning into yourself. You'll reach your goals by surrounding yourself with positive influences, and that goes for people and things. And don't forget to obtain those maps from those who have traveled the journey before. So if you've enjoyed watching this video, then hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And I'll be back soon for more shares in the self-image, confidence, and lifestyle department. Keep shining, keep smiling.